Hello everyone and welcome back to PGP Motorsports Park for the final race of the fall-winter 2025-2026 season, and it is rainy and people are struggling with it. We are on our opening warm-up lap for everyone to get gridded up, and people are going to have to slow down here to let all the people who've spun out catch up.
Worth noting, one of the people who spun out is one of the pole sitters on the front row. Sergey managed to spin out somehow on the formation lap. That's how slick and wet it is. It started raining overnight, so this track is just absolutely soaked. We got 100% precipitation in the forecast. This rain shows no sign of letting up. I'd say this is probably the most fitting end we can get to the 2025-2026 fall-winter season.
Yep, and there we see Sergey moving right back up to that pole spot right there. Getting lots of learn-ins in there, figuring out the layout of the track. One advantage they're going to get is that it is consistently wet.
Consistently soaked. Speaking of consistency, in the lead on the front row, we got Sergey, but next to him is Mukil, who had a great heat race, surpassing Scott, who is in the second row, our Rainmeister in the second row, and next to him is Kirk. That's our second row. Third row is Linus and Baran, two underdogs who have been doing great this season. That's all the names they're going to get for now as they come down the front straight. 2x2 lining up. The flag is waving them away. 2x2 they go. I got a hair in my mouth.
And now they're going 3-4 wide. There's just a bunch of fog in there. Are they going to be able to see each other in there? A lot of people are taking the curb strategy up on that inside, but they need to have that momentum to get out there. They're still just 4-5 wide through here. This is the widest I've ever seen, even on like dry days. And it gets even wider as someone goes off into the grass. They're going to have to recover there. Hopefully they'll be able to get a spot, get back pretty quickly without losing too much time. It's not over for them yet. I imagine there'll be lots of mistakes throughout here for them to potentially get overtakes on.
I've confirmed we're going to have a longer race today, but Sergey's running off with it. Off to the left of the screen. He went so fast he's off screen. Sergey in the lead with a commanding lead.
Rainmeister taking the lead, taking second place from Mukil in there.
And Kirk. So now it's quickly from the top. We got Sergey in the lead, Rainmeister, Scott. Then it is Kirk, Baran in fourth, Mukil holding on for dear life against Alex, who's going to try to make a move and butt stop, not quite. Mukil, Alex, William, and that's our top seven. I'll get more names once they become more visible because it is so hard to see them from this distance.
I will say for the opening lap, this is the widest I've ever seen them go. Like, they were going like 5 wide for like so many different corners through there. They're just racing really hard out there. This is the final. They're trying to get as many points as they can to secure that championship position, and with this rain, it might shake things up.
We technically have, mathematically, a 5-way battle for the championship, and our championship contender is in the lead of the race. That is Sergey coming down the front straight now. Sergey, Scott Miller, Kirk Strong, Baran, Mukil, Alex Seguin, William, Linus, Randy, and William Frazier. That's our top 10. We got 3 wide going into turn 1 for 11th place, though. The action's non-stop in these wet races, especially in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, and it sounds like earlier you were saying it's confirmed that this will be a longer race. Not as many people showed up, so there was no LCQ here, so we just have all 24 drivers out here.
So the good bad news is that in that 3-wide squabble in the middle of the pack, that is Nick Armstrong spearheading that pack. Well, not spearheading, he's right behind someone else. Nick is one of our championship contenders, so being in the middle of the pack is not where he wants to be.
And further up, we're seeing the Rainmeister getting some pressure from Kirk for our battle for second place here. I saw a little bit of a move going into turn 4, but it looks like they're going to be split apart just a little bit, but holy, there's a big line. They're going to split up into 3 wide going into this corner here. Just because it's not the first lap doesn't mean the chaos has settled down yet as this battle continues to happen, and we get to see the wonderful dovetails from not quite open wheels. There's bumpers surrounding them, but the top is uncovered, so we get to see the water splash real high as they create a second downpour of rain just a little bit behind them.
I will say being right behind that water splash is both great and awful because it cleans your visor, but it splashes you in the face all the time. We have a card off in light bulb. That's unfortunate. I couldn't see what happened. There's so much happening in the middle, but it looks like we have a top pack. Our top 3 are running away with it. Coming down the front straight now, that is Sergey, the Rainmeister Scott, and Kirk in that order. And then slightly behind them is Alex again, Baron, and Linus. Linus making a move on Baron. Linus on the inside of turn 1. Can he hook the curb properly and get enough position? Or can Baron momentum his way past into turn 2? They're still side by side. Baron has that advantage, but it goes away because there's no grip on the inside. And Linus takes a position from Baron. Well played by Linus.
Good positioning from Linus to get past Baron. Now it'll be up to Baron to defend his position further as he was off the line and will lose some momentum. But it looks like he's able to secure that spot just a little bit going into this back straight. But it might not be over.
Oh, it's far from over. I will say, back the situation with Baron, he's now under threat from William. William, also a championship contender. William really wanting to get to those higher positions for the best spot in the championship.
And Rainmeister making a move for the lead of the race. He's going to dive onto the inside.
Doesn't quite work.
Sergey just has too much momentum. The Rainmeister trying to earn his name. Not quite.
He's already earned it in spades. He's been on fire all day today. As I say that, he gets under threat by Kirk. I really shouldn't be saying. Oh, wait! Now it's 3 wide. No! Sergey goes off! It was hard to see what happened there, but Kirk, Scott, and Sergey were fighting, and as a result, Sergey gets on the grass and now falls next to Baron. Tragedy for Sergey, but now the championship is completely shaken up because all of the championship contenders are in the middle of the field.
Yeah, we got a lot of different names here at the lead for this rainy race, as there just hasn't been that many opportunities to practice in the rain. So it's those who have the most experience and those who have the rain driving internalized that have the most to benefit from this race.
As the dust settles and the rain pours down, Scott Miller, the Rainmeister, claims his place in first place, but Kirk, right behind him, is hunting him down, and all this fighting has let Alex and Linus catch up. We now have a 4-way train for the lead of the race, and an update, William is in 5th. Sergey claws his way back up to 6th. Baron in 7th. That's our top 7. I'll get more names as they become more visible in turn 4.
Yep, and here we see the Rainmeister in the lead going into turn 4. Kirk catching right up to him. They're taking that inside line for turn 4, and the Rainmeister's trying to get as narrow as possible, but here comes Kirk, gonna dive it up on the inside here. Will there be room?
He takes it all but for a moment. Rainmeister showing what he's made of. He lets Kirk take his inside line and sets himself up perfectly for that extra momentum move because he knows Kirk is going to be compromised going through turn 6, and that's exactly what happened.
And with Kirk compromised, he's going to have to hold his own defending against people in 3rd and 4th looking to claim that spot.
But as a result, that ambitious move from Kirk didn't work. Kirk dips a tire in the grass and falls 2 positions. That was unprovoked. I thought there was no contact there. Kirk just overcooked it.
Yeah, it's very difficult conditions out here. The rain is still falling.
It's falling even harder now. I didn't know you could get higher than 100% precipitation, but here we are in the Pacific Northwest as Kirk in the lead, followed by Linus and Alex. Behind them in 4th is Kirk, William, Yee, Sergey, Baron. Who's that in 8th? Black suit, white helmet. There's plenty of those. That is Mukil in 8th. Wow.
The rain is falling even harder, and further back, we see more 2x2 action as people race into that turn 1. Lots of fighting going on, lots of battles, lots of overtakes, and lots of practice for the raining conditions.
Okay, I'd like to amend my previous statement. I think that Aiden Flynn is who got ahead of Baron, but as they come through turn 4, I'll have a better look at them. So, really good job by our race leaders here, keeping it on track and not absorbing all of the pressure on a wet track. It's really hard to race out there. You can see just how wet the track is from the spray when the carts go through. We have a cart facing the wrong way in turn 4.
Oh, no.
Fortunately, everyone avoids it.
Yeah, overcooked.
Good job on the flag bearers. There are 2 flag bearers on turn 4 waving yellow flags. That's how treacherous turn 4 is.
There's a
so good job.
3 going into this corner right here.
Woo! That's turn 6.
Turn 6.
Oh, they're still fighting.
Yeah, a battle of 3 going into turn 6. They're going to be going
another fight in the bus stop. 2 wide in the bus stop in the wet. Oh, man. I couldn't get their names because they're way too far away. But they all settle through. Good bout. Good bout in the back. That's where I'm usually at. We have a fight for the lead. Lead of the race. That is Linus on the inside. Scott Miller, the Rainmeister, on the outside. Linus has the momentum and takes the lead down the straight. He must have gotten a great exit. And
Rainmeister going for the cutback, but there wasn't the remove. He makes contact with the back of Linus's bumper. But despite that contact, he's able to get it squared away, settled, and get that momentum up faster than Linus and reclaim the lead.
That was razor-thin margins that Scott forced his way through. The defense from Linus wasn't as ironclad as he'd liked. Scott found an opening and weaseled his way through. So now Linus has proven he can get by, and he has a momentum advantage. But let's see how they go into turn 4. Linus takes the move into turn 4. That was ambitious. Scott knows exactly how to handle this. Now Linus is going to be on the inside. Linus, can he do what Kirk did?
No, Rainmeister going defensive, preventing the Kirk move that happened to him before. And he's going to show how to take this inside line here. Is he going to make his way out to the outside? No, he is just being entirely defensive, looking to slow it down and put pressure on Linus, who's been throwing moves. And he's looking to make it so that way if Linus throws a move, he ends up getting eaten up.
Brilliant defense by Scott there. He knew exactly where to put the cart to just block any momentum advantage Linus may have had. He saw what Kirk did and said, I'm going to do that, but defensively. Because it's more of a defensive maneuver.
Yeah, it slows his overall pace, but what that allows is it allows for 3rd, 4th, and 5th to catch up and make a train situation to where it becomes a lot riskier for 2nd place to catch up.
Case in point, I see Alex, who's currently in 3rd place. He is hounding Linus there for 2nd place from 3rd. And William, now in 4th, gets got by Kirk, who's now in 5th. So that's our top 5. Alex splits away down the inside of turn 1, seeing if he can get an advantage, but it doesn't quite pan out unless... not quite. Couldn't get that momentum to get by Linus. What we do see, however, is Sergey defending tooth and nail for 6th place. However, the person he's fighting, who looks to be black suit, white helmet, I believe that's Aiden Flynn, is getting ahead. So now, Sergey is in attack
makes a move
mode.
On the inside. He's going to make his way out to the outside line there.
Aiden's on the inside, and he has the position. Sergey's not going to make it easy. He is squeezing him on that inside. They are both going to get their braking points perfect. Can Aiden keep it on? Yes, he can. Aiden gets it. However, Sergey comes in like a rocket, gets that momentum, and takes the position back. Baron on the inside, making control. They're all squabbling through turn 7, 3 wide, through bus stop. That's going to be Aiden coming out in front. Wow!
That is a brilliant battle that we saw there.
They're still fighting! Dang, but Aiden, the real victor out of all that fighting there, gets ahead of Sergey. Now Baran is still fighting to catch up. And update on our leaders as they come through roller coaster now. Scott Miller's still in the lead, but it's still a 4-way fight for the lead now. We got Scott, Linus, Alex, and William Yee.
William is caught up now.
Linus on the inside. Gonna see if he can't take the lead away from Scott. He gets a good entry, but can he get a good exit? He keeps the door shut. Almost, not quite too shut. However, he emerges ahead through turn 2. That is Linus taking the lead spot away from Scott. Now it's up to Scott to see if he can get it back. But now Linus in the lead.
Yeah, Linus was just able to get so much extra time there by hooking that very comfortably and just blocking the way for Scott to take that line there. And Scott just had to shave all his momentum in order to keep the cart under control. Therefore, Linus is able to take that lead.
Now, in all this fighting, William, who's in 4th, is a championship contender. It is entirely possible if William can get past the people in front of him, he can take the championship home. I don't know the exact point standings, but so far, William is in the best position to win this championship based on where everyone else is at. Sergey, however, is still fighting to catch up, and he's only 3 positions back from William.
Oh, and
no! Randy went off! Woohoo!
Randy flying.
Wow!
Oh, wow, and he's able to get the grip back after coming off the track. So it looks like he went a little wide coming out of that turn 4 and turn 5. Looks like someone spun out in turn 4 at the moment.
Randy went off-roading for a bit, but he came back on, and he kept it on in control.
Yep.
Brilliant control from Randy there.
Yep, so that's his Rallycross Joker lap. Done for, so he doesn't have to worry about that for future laps.
Our leaders are coming through. Linus, Scott, and Alex in that order. William Yee trailing behind. There was a pointed black flag at one of them. I couldn't tell who. A pointed black flag is simply a warning where the staff saw something they don't want to see out here, so they point the black flag and say, if you do that again, you're disqualified. So, I didn't see what happened. They must have saw something I didn't. But I'm sure they'll clean it up as they continue to race as we enter about the later stages of the race. We're not quite done yet. We've still got plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty of time, especially since it's extended out here. We're getting an extended finale due to the cancellation of the LCQ. So they get plenty of times to catch up if they make the mistake, and plenty of times to carve out a lead for themselves. And it looks like as we're approaching this point of the race, our front pack is catching up to a back marker. And so that can cause some confusion and potential opportunities for people out there.
I will say Kirk, who's currently in 6th place, is hounding the crap out of Aiden Flynn in 5th. Kirk is just super aggressive. He was biting for the lead, but now he's fighting for 4th. Or 5th, actually. I can only count to 4, sorry.
Yeah, there's a League of Legends joke in there, but it's too niche.
It's alright.
Here we see...
Oh,
yeah, Kirk losing a little bit to Aiden here.
One of the cars pulls in the pits. I think that was a back marker pulling into the pit. I don't know why, but we have our leaders coming through. That's Linus, Scott, Alex on the inside of Scott. Can Alex take it away? He's going to have the inside line. He's going to need a good entrance and be able to keep that momentum through turn 1. Scott's always going to have better momentum to hold it through turn 2, but he's going to come on the inside of turn 2 where you don't want to be. Scott's on the inside of turn 2 where you don't want to be, but can he keep it there? The grip may be improving, but not quite. Alex maintains that 2nd place, and Scott the Rainmeister drops to 3rd. So now it is Linus, Alex, and Scott in that order, and William just hanging on, trying to see what he can pick up from these scraps.
Yeah, so Scott's going to have to do some work to get the momentum back. And hopefully he'll be able to get that back in the next few corners, and what he's going to have to hope for is some battling so that we can maybe take advantage here. Other people are learning the track.
So far, Linus doing a good job. Keep maintaining control. Staying in the lead or the front position.
It looks like we have a 3-way battle between Sergey,
Baron, and Angry Person.
Kirk, I think?
That's not Kirk.
Oh.
Helmet's different. That might be David. Let me check the standings. We couldn't get the standings on OBS, but I can get the standings here. The standings aren't helping me.
Yeah,
we'll get him as they come down the front straight.
We still have the 2-way battle between Sergey and Baron here. Or Sergey and
that's the mystery
unknown
racer, who might be David. I'll have to get a better look at the helmet as he comes down the front straight. Everybody's wearing similar rain suits today, so I'm going off of helmet designs.
Yeah, that might be David based off of the helmet design that I'm seeing.
Linus coming down the front straight now, keeping the lead of the race. Everybody comes as they are. Kirk has fallen quite a bit behind Aiden, but here comes Sergey down the front straight. The Sergey train of 4. Sergey! I think that's David, yes. Sergey, David, Baron, and black suit, black helmet. Yeah! That might be Sam.
And there we see David looking to take that curb line to maybe get ahead of Sergey here, but just can't do it. He'll lose the momentum and he'll fall further back. This will allow for Baron and or Sam to...
It's either Sam, Cole, or... I don't know, man. Black suit, black helmet. That could be anyone. Team Anonymous. There we go.
Yeah, Team Anonymous working at the back of this track, looking to get as many points as they can.
I'm looking around the track. The track is so spread out, I almost lost track of who's in the lead.
Yeah, the lead is still further spread out here. This is our closest battle, closest to the lead.
That is how tricky it is to be consistent out here in these wet conditions. the lap times can vary wildly because of how bold you have to be and how consistently bold you have to be to maintain a good lap time. I will say the leaders are starting to approach a back marker.
Yeah. This battle's still going on. It looks like I'm seeing an inside line from Team Anonymous at the end of Top of the World there, but they're not able to get anything as they catch right up to Baron.
All right, and here they come down the front straight now. That blue helmet is a back marker. And we got Linus going through, Alex going through, Scott going through, William, and Aiden. Well, Aiden might catch the back marker, but the back marker is 60 inside line. Nice and predictable. Good sportsmanship. Good stuff. They can resume their race.
So we see 2 wide going into turn 1 from Team Anonymous on Baron.
Oh yeah. So we have Sergey fighting David. Sergey on the inside of David. And Team Anonymous, I believe that's Cole, fighting Baron. Are the standings even updating? I'd hope they are.
Well, if they're updating, then Baron's
they're not.
Cole.
These standings are frozen. They will not help me. The standings are still from like laps 3.
Oh no. Oh well. We're going based off helmet designs then.
That's alright. Technical difficulties are par for the course up here.
Yeah, especially on a rainy day like this.
Oh yeah.
And the rain's still coming down.
Oh yeah, the rain has only gotten harder. It just keeps pouring.
And hopefully they have the best hydrophobic materials out there for their visors, because visibility will be a big issue here.
Well, what may be a big issue for people in the middle of a battle is the fact that the race is entering its closing stages. As we see Linus and company rolling through roller coaster down de facto turn 1, or rather the last turn, and down the front straight, we see the flag bearer waving both the white and the yellow flag. We see a cart in the grass in turn 1. So, fortunately, they're going to have to slow it down and stop battling into turn 1 for the final lap, which is unfortunate because that's where a lot of battles happen. But the staff are trying to get that cart out of the grass. So, both flags being waved. Once you're past turn 1, you can resume fighting. As we can see, Aiden is currently fighting William for 4th place. But William maintains its 4th place. That cart is back on track, just the white flag for the final lap. It's the final lap. Now we can hype it up again. Linus still in the lead. Alex hunting him down. Scott the Rainmeister is unfortunately gapped back, but we have an intense battle for the lead and an intense battle for 4th. William in 4th, under threat from Aiden Flynn. I see you.
Yep, Aiden Flynn able to take the more optimal line as Williams taking defensive lines. He's looking to just secure his 4th place here. He's got too much of a gap to potentially catch up there. But the real battle is for those top 2 spots.
Linus doing a great job to build a gap on Alex. It was Alex's job to catch up, but Linus decided to say, nah, I'm just going to press the gas. He released his inhibitors and is just going for it. Linus is sending it through bus stop. He has 2 more corners to go before he can claim the win of the last race of the season. And here they come now. Linus being chased by Alex. Can Alex get the momentum? No. It doesn't seem like it. Linus takes the Linus takes the checkered flag with Alex in tow. And Scott the Rainmeister in 3rd. William in 4th. And
still able to hold on to it. And then we're going to have, much like the rain, we're going to have the rest of the go-kartists trickle in. They're going to secure their final championship points. With so many championship leaders in the mid-pack today, this might end up being their dropped race. So once we see how the math plays out, we will be at the podium for our race leaders, and then finally for our championship leaders. So be sure to like, subscribe, comment on what you thought of the season, and we will see you for the first race of the 2026 spring season.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Podium. Coming to 3rd place out there. Coming to 025. That's Scott Miller. And honorable mention for best lap time going to Aiden Flynn with a 101.150. Yeah, moving on to the championship. First of all, we can see this. We had 4 first-time winners. As I just found out, we had Alliance Wise up there. Nick got one early in the season. Sam got his first win as well. And we had one more. Give me 2 seconds to remember who it was. Colin Flynn also got his first win of the season. So, crash all. Yeah, coming in 3rd place. Best lap for 1,195 points. They never main event. 7 top 10s, 3 podiums. Davidson man.
Woo!
Coming in 2nd place with 1,197 points. 8 main events, 1 win, 4 podiums, 6 top 10s. We got San Diego.
Woo!
Take that top 5. 1,285 points. Only actually made 7 of them. They got 2 wins under his belt, 5 times up the podium, 7 top 10. First place, Alex Skian.
Woo!
Like I say, guys, thank you.